I want you to watch what happens in your body when you send a simple no. You type, "I can't make it tonight." You press send, and then the panic sets in. Are they mad? Do they think I'm lazy? Do they think I hate them? So you type again. "I really wanted to come, but my cat is looking a bit sick, and I have this headache that started at 2 p.m., and honestly, I've just been so overwhelmed with work. Please don't be mad." You send a paragraph to justify a sentence. You offer evidence for a crime you didn't commit. We usually call this anxiety or politeness. But if you do this constantly, if you feel a physical inability to stop talking until you are sure the other person isn't angry, you aren't just being nice. You are having a trauma response. You are stuck in something called the Fawn response loop. It is the least understood of the survival instincts. We know fight, flight, and freeze. But Fawn is the instinct to merge with the threat to keep yourself safe. Today, we're going to learn why your brain thinks over-explaining is the only thing keeping you alive, and how to finally turn off the defense mechanism that is exhausting you. Let's look at the biology of survival. When a mammal faces a predator, the amygdala, the brain's alarm bell, rings. If you are stronger than the lion, you fight. If you are faster than the lion, you flee. If you can't win and can't run, you freeze, play dead. But what if the lion is your parent, or your boss, or a partner you rely on for shelter? You can't attack them, and you can't leave them. So you develop the fourth strategy, fawn. Coined by therapist Pete Walker, fawning is the please and appease response. It is the instinct to forfeit your own needs, rights, and boundaries to ensure the predator remains calm. If the lion is well fed and happy, it won't eat you. Over-explaining is the verbal form of fawning. You are not sharing information. You are managing affect. You are using words to micromanage the other person's emotions so they don't spike into anger or rejection. You are trying to talk your way into safety. Where does this start? Usually, it begins in a childhood environment where silence was dangerous. In healthy families, a child can make a mistake or say no without the parent withdrawing love. But in high conflict or emotionally immature families, the gap between an action and a reaction is terrifying. If you came home 5 minutes late and your parent exploded, you learned that ambiguity equals sign danger. To survive, you learned to fill that gap immediately. You learned that if you could just provide enough reasons, you could de-escalate their anger before it started. You became a preemptive defense attorney. "I'm late because the bus broke down, see? Here's the ticket. Please believe me." You learned that being understood was the same thing as being safe. So now, as an adult, when you see a blank expression on someone's face, your inner child screams. They don't understand. If they don't understand, they will hurt me. Explain. Explain now. This is not just in your head, it is in your nerves. To understand why you can't shut up even when you want to, we have to look at polyvagal theory. Your nervous system has states. At the top, we have ventral vagal. This is safe and social. You are calm, connected, and you can speak clearly. At the bottom, we have dorsal vagal. This is shutdown, depression, dissociation. The fawn response is a unique hybrid. It is a mix of high-energy sympathetic activation, fight/flight anxiety, masked by a desperate attempt to connect socially. When you are over-explaining, your heart rate is likely over 100 beats per minute. Your palms are sweating. Your body is in fight mode, but your mouth is in submission mode. This is why over-explaining feels so frantic. It's why you ramble. It's why you interrupt yourself. You are chemically flooded with adrenaline, trying to use logic to soothe a biological panic attack. Here is the tragedy of the fawn response. It works in the short term, but it ruins you in the long term. This is the Fawn response loop. Step 1, the trigger. Someone questions you, or you have to set a boundary. Step 2, the threat. Your brain predicts conflict, abandonment. Step 3, the over-explain. Step 4, the relief. They say, okay, you feel safe. But then comes step 5, the hangover. Later that night, you feel exhausted. You feel resentful. You feel weak. You think, why did I tell them all that personal stuff? Why did I apologize when I was right? Every time you over-explain, you are sending a signal to your own brain that says, I am not valid on my own. I need permission to exist. You are eroding your own self-respect, and the lower your self-respect drops, the more terrified you become of judgment, which makes you explain more next time. It is a cycle of self-betrayal. So how do we stop? You cannot just decide to stop fawning, because fawning is a safety strategy. If you just stop talking, your body will scream that you are in danger. We have to titrate this. We have to retrain the nervous system to tolerate the gap. Step 1, somatic safety first. Before you enter a difficult conversation, you need to tell your body it isn't being hunted. Use a physiological sigh, 2 short inhales through the nose, 1 long exhale through the mouth. This mechanically offloads carbon dioxide and lowers your heart rate. If your body is calm, the urge to over-explain drops by 50%. Step 2, the no because rule. For the next week, practice removing the word because from your boundaries. Start with low-stakes people, baristas, telemarketers, distant acquaintances. Instead of, no, I don't want to donate today because money is tight, and say, no, I don't want to donate today. Feel the burn. It will feel rude. It will feel wrong. Sit with that feeling, that heat in your chest. That is your autonomy growing back. Step 3, embrace being misunderstood. This is the hardest one. You have to accept that some people might think you are rude. Some people might be disappointed. Some people might interpret your silence as arrogance. Let them. The fawn's greatest fear is being misunderstood. The healed person's greatest strength is tolerating being misunderstood. You cannot control other people's narratives about you. Trying to control them through explaining is a form of manipulation, and it is exhausting. Release the need to be the good guy in everyone else's movie. Be the protagonist in your own. If you are an over-explainer, I know you are tired. I know you have spent your whole life trying to be transparent so that no one can accuse you of anything. But you are an adult now. You are not that child in the kitchen waiting for the explosion. You are allowed to have secrets. You are allowed to have privacy. You are allowed to make decisions that don't make sense to anyone else but you. Your no is a complete sentence. Your existence does not require a footnote. I want to hear from you. What is the most ridiculous thing you have ever over-explained to a stranger? I once explained my entire medical history to a guy who just asked for the time. Let's laugh about it in the comments. If this video helped you feel seen, hit that like button and subscribe to Psychology Every Day.